Are you looking for a work-life balance coach or maybe a consultant? Well, you've come to the right place. In fact, I wrote the book on it. When we can live life on our terms, on a holistic level, taking into account not just our business lives, but also our health, all of our relationships, from friends, family, partners, the world changes. When it comes to finding that work-life balance coach or work-life balance consultant, well, there's a lot of people who say they do this, but the real fit to me is going to be finding somebody who really fits for you, meeting you where you're at. So if you're looking for somebody who does more of life coaching, fair enough. If you're looking for somebody who does more business coaching, like me, great. But we have an entire team of people who focus on different parts of work-life balance for meeting people in different stages of their lives. We have a gal who does endurance, athlete, but she's also a mom. We have somebody who focuses with couples. We have somebody who does people who are kids who are looking to graduate and find what is that ideal job place. We've got a bunch of people who are really heavy hitters in the business space. But it really comes down to figuring out who you're looking for and making sure that you have a good fit. You're welcome to check out who our coaches are and reach out to us at any time. And if we can, we'll give you a little bit of time to see where that fit is. But I'm not selling you. The main thing when you're looking for that work-life coach, work-life consultant, is what are the tools that they're going to have? And at Life on Your Terms, we have a whole toolbox that allows you to look at this, but we're going to give you one to start with. And it's a very basic tool, but it can help. I believe every individual, couple, leadership team, organization goes through one of 4 phases. And I've worked with people all over the world, and these are the same tools I use when I'm working with publicly held CEOs or high-level leadership teams or business owners. But we go through those 4 phases. One, we have to stabilize, then we can visualize, we can strategize, and then we can execute. The idea is that if I want to talk to you about visualization and strategy, but you're just running around with your hair on fire because we have 0 work-life balance, fair enough, I got it. So let's first do the assessment. How do we assess and define where we are so we can stabilize? And then once we understand this, then we can start to build a very intentional work-life integration. Work-life balance is a big challenge. Our devices have allowed us to get hijacked all the time. And unless you're the type of person that has immense discipline, you come home, you turn your phone off and you put it in a drawer, and then you're at home and you're very present with everybody, which, let's be honest, most of us aren't. But if you can do that, then perhaps you can find that balance. But I do believe you can find a work-life integration by still coming up with guidelines and guardrails. And where can we define where it is we need to go? So the very first step is, and you're welcome to go to our website, lifeon-yourterms.com. That's lifeon-yourterms.com. And at the site, about 2/3 of the way down, there's a tool called the balance wheel. And on the balance wheel, this is, and it's free, have at it, use it. It takes about 6-7 minutes and it'll give you immediate results in a picture form. And this is going to give you a snapshot of where you stand today. And it addresses things in 4 different quadrants. Most people, when we're defining success, well, where are you? How are you feeling successful? Well, they're going to tell you, they're going to talk about their finances. They're going to talk about their vehicle or their house or their titles. They aren't necessarily going to talk about, well, this is what my health is like, or this is what my relationship is with my kids or my spouse or my friends. They aren't necessarily going to talk about how fulfilled I feel at work. Those are things that we don't necessarily talk about. But if you're truly genuinely looking at what balance and integration looks like, that's where we need to come in. And with that, some of the tools that we go through, this is actually for people who go through into our entire course, or if you work with our coaches, you get an entire roadmap that defines this is where we want to go and how you're going to get there. But to start with, just use the balance wheel. And again, that's on us, have at it. But it has 4 different quadrants. And this is where it helps you identify where we are, where are we doing great, don't forget to celebrate those victories, and where do we have opportunities for growth. So we start with the professional, and in that professional area we have our environment, our compensation, and our satisfaction. I've known people who make a lot of money and they're miserable bastards because they don't like where they're working or who they're working with. So let's define that first, and then what would amazing look like. The second then is resources. What do we have for our time, our talent, and our treasure? 3 most important things, only 3 things we can leverage, and time is our most valuable because it diminishes by every second. But that's the one we have to be the most precious and guarded and protect as much as we can. So we talk through some of those things. But then there's also our health. not just our physical, but about our mental and our spiritual. We create an awareness around that. And all these questions, by the way, somebody from Gallup helped me write all these so that they're written in a very intentional, somewhat ambiguous way, so that it's your interpretation of what success looks like on these. So there's no right or wrong answer. It's just intended to create awareness to get you started. And the last area is going to be around relationships. What are those relationships with our friends, our family, and our partners? And it's interesting to me as an older guy, I'm 56, that a lot of people in my era would talk about success and financial and accolades and titles. Whereas a lot of the millennials and the Gen Zs tend to talk about success more from a perspective of relationships and health and time and quality of life. So I think that either one alone isn't going to be very balanced, but when you can start to integrate both of them, you can. So as I mentioned, we've got a whole bunch of tools with this. If you'd like to learn more, please go to our website, lifeon-yourterms.com. Check it out, cruise around in there. If you think that we can help or you have questions, please don't be afraid of reaching out. We've got your back, really. We love doing this. This is our purpose in life, is to help people define this. And there is nothing more rewarding when we can help people achieve that. So if you like this, please like this or subscribe to this channel. And if you have any other questions, please don't be afraid to reach out. Keep smiling.